Comedy Jonah. Happy finale.
Hello. Happy finale.
Happy finale. It's been finalized.
It has. Thank goodness.
The weeks of just weeking. And they're here.
It's here. It's done.
Comedy Jonah, can I tell people something real quick?
Of course.
Follow, like, and subscribe, everybody. What are you doing if you haven't done that by now, okay?
Okay.
And share these shows. Tell a friend, tell a family member. Why wouldn't you do it already? I've been asking all season. It really would be nice if you would do that for us. Mm-hmm. Okay? You can visit our website for the past 12, 15, 97 years of shows, archived all over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, only dogs can judge me. Well, it's not our fault you only date dogs. Okay, so, or all of our current stuff is on YouTube, so make sure that you thumbs up and follow and do all that comment over there.
Yes.
And look, Comedy Jonah, just because the season is over doesn't mean we're not still keeping people active, touching your pride. I didn't mean touching your... I mean going through... Look, here's what I'm saying. On our Discord, we're going to be watching Traitors, House of Villains 2. We watch From. We watch Teacup. We're watching all of the shows that are coming out. We're going to be watching Squid Games. We're going to be watching Christmas movies. We do it all on the Discord. Okay, well, you don't have to. We're going to do Halloween movies.
I like Halloween movies. I saw Terrifier 3.
Oh, God. I saw Comedy Jonah go on and do a cartwheel. That was real horrible.
I did a cartwheel. But then I also did my event, my charity event.
Oh, my God.
So look at this. Church of Pug.
Is that what the Church of Pug thing was on your Instagram?
That's what it is. So I was the MC host, and it was Carnival, and we raised a ton of money for houseless animals. Homeless, houseless. I don't know what the correct word is now.
Homeless, not toothless?
Homeless, not toothless. Well, some of them are toothless, but oh my gosh, it was so much fun. We did raffles. We did silent auctions. We did cakewalks. So it was super fun. And I still don't have a whole lot of my voice because I spoke for like 4 or 5 hours constantly. So,
wow.
I know.
You should try doing that around here. So here's the thing, everybody. Here's the thing, Comedy Jonah. When not doing charity work and you watching all of our past shows, come and visit. Here's what I want people to know, Comedy Jonah. We're not going anywhere just because Big Brother's over, right? We're still doing all the Discord stuff. I'm still live every single day on You Now, cooking shows, da-da-da. Comedy Jonah sometimes surprises us, okay? And then we're still twitching at night, John. We're playing games with the people. So if you're like, I don't have anywhere to go now that the live feeds aren't on, Reality Recaps is 24/7 reality feeds for all of you.
If you're like, where's my community?
Yeah, if you're sad and lonely and do stuff like dog charities, maybe you need some friends to hang out with. And that's where we come in. And we're fun. More fun than dog charities.
Oh, I kind of like dogs more than people, but sure.
No, I don't blame you at all. Very cute. Thank you for saving the animals, Comedy Jonah.
Of course. I'm a real estate broker, so I find people homes. I find animals homes. I'm all about homes. Everybody needs a home.
Well, just so you know, if you find any, hypoallergenic dog, consider me.
Really?
Well, it can't have a lot of health issues, okay? If it wants to be a normal fucking dog without thousands of dollars, I already have a dog bleeding me dry.
You have enough mammals around you that have health issues.
Right. So if there's a cute little one, it needs to be cute. I'm gay. I can't be walking around with an ugly dog.
Right. Okay, good.
You know what I
want to know? I want to know what show should we cover next until Big Brother starts again on next summer.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
Should we do a poll?
Well, I think that's a great idea because here's what I'm saying. Like I just said, we always are watching with everyone. We're watching BB UK right now in our Discord, but you're too late. You've already started.
Right.
Traitors. What else did I say? House of Villains 2.
Yeah.
I want John to watch Chimp Crazy. Uh, Squid Games is coming back out this summer. So you guys let us know in the comments what show you'd like
We
Comedy
want
Joe
to
and
know
I to
what you're
cover.
saying, and Riley in the YouTube chat. Thank you so much for reminding me because we need to do a shout out to our dogs in the crib, right?
All our dogs in the crib. That is
All our
we
dogs.
missed an obvious joke there. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm so sorry
Still
I
getting
missed that joke.
organized. We're still getting organized,
We're
Riley.
still waking up. It's
Yeah.
been a long night following these crazy people all around. I just finished
No.
talking to Chelsea. That
And that I
inter
saw that interview was posted already.
I just posted it right before this.
And are you going to be doing Cam and Mackenzie also?
Well, here's my thought, Comedy Jonah. I'm gonna try and have us go old school. Remember old school? We would have the people come on here and we would let the audience
Yeah.
ask questions for an hour.
Yes. I
I'm
love
working on.
that.
I love it too. Here's the thing. You know who doesn't love it? Between me and you? Production. So, I'm really trying to work them to let us do that.
Okay. But I love it. I love that we can just sit there and just be frank
I
and real
know,
and unscripted and just ask questions
but they're so
because
afraid of what we'll ask. And this isn't a
but what are
problematic
we going
cast.
to ask that hasn't been on the show last night, right? Like we saw, Tucker and Rabina, wanting to get something together. We saw Mackenzie and Matt wanting to have that phone call, right? I mean, what else is there besides
Well,
what, Angela and Crazy Eyes? Like what?
spoiler
Angela
alert.
would be amazing though.
Oh, I want Angela. And spoiler. Well, that's your job. You two can bond over real estate and make that happen. That's a
Oh
you
my
job.
gosh. Yes.
Spoiler alert. I asked Chelsea if she got her wrap party kiss from Cam. Now
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't understand this, Comedy Jonah, as a casual viewer, but on the live feeds there was a lot of talk about she's gonna make her move on Cam now that there's no cameras at the wrap party and go in for that kiss. And I asked her if she got the kiss.
So we have to watch the video to find out.
Yeah, you should definitely watch that reply.
See, we got to get to do the cliffhanger. We can't talk about
Oh
everything
no,
in the
I am
interview.
not. I don't need to relive it. Nope.
Oh, it's
Nope,
that
nope.
good. It's that
It's
good.
it's something.
Ooh.
So check that out. Check out all of our exit interviews. They all have a
But see,
fun
look how
plot
you
twist.
handled that. Like production should be fine with us doing
Exactly.
casual thing. You don't. Yeah.
They're trying to control everything. I'm working on it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Good.
I'm gonna make it happen. I'm a dog with a bone. It's gonna and let us know who, because here's the thing, everyone. I'm just thinking we want to hear from people like Chelsea, Tucker, Angela. Do you guys really want Quinn? Oh God.
Quinn would be fine. I think Cam would be. What would we talk about?
Well, yeah. See, I don't feel the need for Cam.
I mean, we saw Julie struggling to interview him about his game.
I don't even feel the need for MJ. I just feel like she's going to be such revisionist history and just be like, I made all my decisions.
But the way she spoke, her answers were, when she said, not last night's episode, but before that, like, I could be the first 22-year-old to win Big Brother. And I'm just
Wrong.
like, oh my God, that's right. She's 22. And I'm thinking, Chelsea is a professional public speaker, whether you're a preacher or a motivational speaker, whatever. She knows how to talk. And so watching how those questions were being answered, she answered them like a 22-year-old. And I thought to myself, she lost. She lost.
Yeah, she definitely.
Especially around the whole Leah answer. I mean,
That was brilliant when she was like, everyone, I just want you to know my greatest move was evicting Leah, and nobody influences me at all. Chelsea, same question. I influenced her. I literally convinced her
and
to
then
vote out
we
someone who
saw,
was
yes,
never going against her. And I also love what was brought up to me, which somehow I missed. But Destiny's in was telling us while we were discussing it after that Chelsea even managed to work in MJ never liked Angela since day 6. Because, Angela seemed like a lock for me as far as that. I thought Angela was definitely voting for MJ. Every single
She
time
was.
Chelsea spoke,
She was.
Angela like rolled her eyes, made a face. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, Angela is voting for him. Nope.
And Chelsea, when she mentioned that in one of her answers, and you could see Angela's crazy eyes, switch. Oh yeah,
I
she knows how to play it.
I feel bad for Angela. I feel bad that Angela's going to come out and find out that every single jury segment she's been rooting for MJ, and all MJ has been doing in that house is trashing her and saying how much she hates her.
Oh, I mean, I think, on some level she does. I mean, MJ was great. Like when Angela had to pick up the balls, right, in that competition, and she walked with her those final moments and encouraged her. I think, it's not all hate, but I think what's tough with Angela is that you can't trust her in that house, right? You don't know when she's going to fly off. You don't know,
Sure.
she's got all that stuff going on in her head, and they're like, oh, they're talking about me, and no one is,
Yeah.
or yeah, and so I think she was difficult to work with, but then when the numbers start to get smaller and smaller, you have to, right?
Yeah.
And MJ did save her. So
You did.
she needs to, yeah, settle down.
Debbie Ann says that she's in chat, says she's listened to a few MJ interviews. She does not get it at all. And Destiny's is saying she backtracked on her Angela hate in her interviews now, obviously because she knows how popular Angela is.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, how could she not be popular? I mean, I absolutely love Angela too, but what Angela did to Matt was really bad. It was really bad, and that's who she was kind of having a flirtmance with, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
And what she did was super, super bad. I mean, I would have felt the same way if, you and I were in the house and I was flirting with you and you and I had a flirtmance and Angela did that to you. It would bother me.
Sorry, my brain just short circuited. I
No,
don't. Where am
I
I?
could see, I could see your face, and I did it on
Where did I
purpose
go?
too.
Where did I
But
go?
you know what I'm saying? Like if I was in the house and that she did that to somebody that I was, flirting with or whatever, it was bad. It was
See,
just bad.
I didn't even know that I. Here's what I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about that whole pre-planned interaction between Matt and Angela on the stage when
No,
Matt did his Angela, 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 the whole script. Because again, I will say for the people that don't know, every single one of those things are planned. Like production will say to you,
yeah,
we want you, Matt, to confront Angela on this topic. And pretty much, if you say, no, I'm not willing to do that, then you don't get to be asked a question on finale night, kind of like C. Kenny. So,
right.
Matt going after her, but I died when Matt was like, so I saw you on the live feeds worrying that I might not hug you. And I love how Angela's like, not really.
Well,
No, that
I
didn't
know.
happen. Well, I
I stand behind
really,
everything I feel.
yeah.
Like,
He's like, well, we can like still though get along. Not really. I stand behind everything I said. You are a real asshole. But I mean, you look good. You look good now. You're looking good. A real
yeah.
dickhead. Looking like a big good dickhead. I was just like, Angela, what are you doing right now?
Well, notice she didn't get a lot of airtime. She didn't ask a question to the jury either.
No, she asked a jury question.
Did she?
Yeah, I forget what it was, but she
I
did.
forget too. Okay.
I forget what she asked too. I forgot all the jury questions. I asked another thing I asked Chelsea is if she set Cam up with her jury question. And then do you know what Chelsea asked me?
What?
She said, what did he say again? And I went, I don't know. You want me to remember last night? I don't fucking remember last night. Um, Law says Angela is from Utah. How do we convince Andy to put Angela on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Could you
Oh,
imagine her?
Oh,
Could you
no.
imagine? Well, again, Comedy Jonah, your job is to befriend her. I don't ask you to do a lot around here. You're both real estate people. Make it happen. I don't care what you got to do. It's your job to befriend Angela.
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. Write a little note
Let
and
me
put it in your
grab a
whatever.
Post-it.
Yeah, put it on your post-it or whatever you real estate people do.
Got my
Um,
pencil.
get your pencil, write down your notes. So, I mean, did anything, surprise you at all as we entered the end of this season? I mean, going back a little bit, we saw that final POV where, they had to do all of the questions and getting the dates right. And, once again, Cam loses. That shock you that Cam lost yet again and again and again and again going
He's
forward?
won something, right? He won one thing, right?
One competition. One all season. By
One
accident.
by accident.
I mean,
Yeah.
he shot a ball and it bounced and hit the thing correctly.
Right, right. That's right, right.
Do you ever show your face again? How do you say I'm a D1 athlete but couldn't win one competition?
What is a D1 athlete? What is that?
Listen, you know that we're both the gays.
Right.
And you are at least a sport gay where you play those made up sports like dodgeball and whatever.
Cornhole,
Yeah.
pickleball.
I don't know. Every time they say D1, I just think Dick 1. I don't know.
Hey, Google, what's a D1 athlete?
Division 1. Division 1. I got it from Debbie Dawn in chat.
They say D1 is short for Division 1, which is the highest. And
Hey, Google, turn off. It's the highest and most competitive one of sports.
Well, apparently, in order to
D2 and D3 in schools.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm not looking.
So in high school he was, in college he was, like what?
I'm gonna assume it's college, but I'm really worried for our future Olympians if this is. I mean, to be fair, MJ is also a D1 athlete, and I think she represented them well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we saw, Cam trying to make his camwich. I mean, he couldn't even make a sandwich, right?
Well, first of all, when you look like Cam, okay,
You don't eat.
probably you don't eat, but I don't think you have to do much. I think that, you're the
Just-
beautiful people.
Just burn some bacon and melt some cheese on some bread.
Yeah, I'm sure people would die to wake up and make you a sandwich. You're fine.
Chelsea would,
Well,
right?
That's proving my point. He has 700,000 Instagram followers. He doesn't care. I mean, that to me, just to sidetrack again for a moment, because this is just the finale show of sidetracks. We're here
Yeah.
to talk about the things you want us to talk about in chat and, the wrapping up of the season in general. But here's one of my things. And I was saying this last night too. What a gift that Chelsea got. And this is in no way, because we all know that I have said Chelsea has masterminded this whole season. So I don't mean any way to diminish that. I'm just saying, aside from that, what a gift that Chelsea got, and even MJ got in a way, that Cam and MJ really didn't care to lose. Cam was like, you two guys deserved it. I'm not going to be mad. Whatever you win, I'm thrilled for both of you. You two got to the end. You two deserve it. If you guys evict me, no hard feelings. I'm not going to be bitter. And then we saw MJ, who, God bless her heart, is 22 years old and has the most giant ego that she's like, I don't need $750,000. I'll go for the person I know I might not win against because I'm 22 and don't know how much money $750,000 is because I come from a rich family where I get everything I want and I don't need money.
Well,
Chelsea's the only one who understands what $750,000 is.
and how life-changing it is. But I think MJ's smart enough to be like, listen, I would love to win it, but do I need to win it? No, because if I don't take Chelsea and I take Cam and I
She
win over
wins.
Cam and Cam gets $75,000 and Chelsea gets nothing, that's crap. That could be, really bad for her social media. Do you know what I mean? As far as endorsements or anything else. But if she comes across like, listen, my word is my word. I told Chelsea I would take her. She deserves to be in one of those final 2 seats. If I win against her, great. If I don't, it's okay. Like, I think it was the best move for her. I mean,
I
at that
hear
point, yeah.
I hear what you're saying. If you're basing it on playing to social media, okay,
Yeah.
maybe. But I think the people that feel the way they feel about MJ are not going to change their mind over that. If you're talking about money, MJ could have just taken some of her 750,000 and given it to Chelsea if she's that upset about it.
It's true, but like even in real estate, right? Like if I've got someone who I know, hey, I'm gonna, whether it's leasing or whatever, if I show this house and I know I'm gonna get more of a commission here, do I push that house on them because I know I'm gonna get more money, or do I just be unbiased, let them choose what they want, say what a wonderful experience they had with me, and then it's all word of mouth, and I end up getting more clients and making more money in the future? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
is it really like that 750 and then America hates me and because
I
I
don't think
took
America would
Cam?
hate her for taking Cam. I hear what you're saying, but I don't think America
I d-
hates her for taking Cam.
I think they wouldn't like if she took Cam and Chelsea got nothing for the type of game Chelsea played. Chelsea deserved it.
Well, Chelsea
She
wouldn't have got nothing. She would have got third place money, which I think is $50,000.
Well, they don't say it on the show.
And yeah, Jackie says, plus MJ could have donated to Chelsea's nonprofit or church if she really wanted to, if she felt that bad.
It's not like it's going in her pocket unless she's Trump.
She said in an interview her goal was to get the final 2 and prove she played a great game, and she did that. Yeah, like I said, it must be
She
great
did, but
to
she
be
just didn't.
22.
She played a great game as a comp beast. She didn't play a great game as a social.
Okay, we could.
Chelsea had everything weaved in and out.
Okay, so let's have this argument then, because Destiny's, feels the same way you feel, I'm assuming. So you
Destiny is
do.
very smart and wise.
Well, you do not think that. So you're valuing Chelsea's game over MJ's game. I'm gonna
A
play
thousand
devil's.
percent. A
I'm gonna play
thousand
devil's
percent.
advocate, even though I agree with you. Um, Here's the thing. So do you not think that if MJ would have made the argument that Chelsea could have had the most strategic game, but without MJ winning everything, none of the strategic plans that Chelsea had would have been able to be acted out? So you can say that you don't value the game of someone that's a comp beast, but with Chelsea's moves and plans and chess pieces and all the things that she made happen, that wouldn't have happened without MJ winning everything and letting Chelsea manipulate her, let's say. So, do you think that MJ could have made that point and that would have changed what the jury thought at all?
No, because again, she messed up with her whole Leah answer,
Yeah.
right? Like, Chelsea got you to evict your biggest ally in the house. Like, and that was what we saw this whole season, right? We saw Quinn do it to Joseph. We saw all of it, but the Leah was the biggie, right? And so for that to happen, I mean, that was there's no arguing. She tried to argue it and failed. And I love it when they were both sitting there going, and but and then she deserves to be here. But I was the full responsible person for evicting Leah. And then Chelsea's like, I know you did an amazing job with your game, but no, actually it was me. I am the one that did it. And you can watch back my DRs. You can watch back the show. It's on Paramount Plus, and you'll see all of the moves that I did. I thought it was really kind of interesting to hear Lisa, Glitter Queen's perspective. Like, I really thought, Chelsea, you were this just kind of one person. You were talking to us. And then when I was watching your DRs, you were completely different. You were strategic. Like, you blew my mind. And so I was like, wow, Lisa, you're not just in the glitter bucket. Like, you were actually paying attention to the show. It was kind of
Oh, I thought
nice.
that was shady. I thought she was calling her fake.
Oh, I didn't take it as fake at all. I took it as like, wow. I think Lisa was like, wow, I had no, I thought maybe Lisa thought maybe I was playing the game, but then
Right.
realized watching the show back, oh, I wasn't. I was 10 steps behind, especially Chelsea. Yeah.
I just don't like Lisa, so I think I take it all negatively. Saw her walking up to people, putting glitter in their drinks. I'd be like, get the fuck away from me with that glitter.
Oh, Tucker's whole thing about the plastics. We already have enough plastics in our
Microplastics in our bodies. Yeah. Well, don't worry. Tucker at all the parties postseason was like, give me some glitter. Give me some glitter in my drink. So he was all for it. He was all for it.
I'm so glad he got America's favorite. I voted for him.
Well, now here's another thing. I was so glad I voted for Angela because for the non-casual viewers, we all knew that in the house, MJ and Chelsea were like, if Angela, well, more so MJ, if Angela gets America's favorite player, I'm never playing this game again. I will never step foot in this house. I will have lost all respect for this game if Angela wins anything and if fans love her. And they're kind of saying the same thing about Tucker. So I knew from the polls Tucker was in the lead, so I gave all my votes to Angela, hoping, not even because of what they said in the House, more so just that I hope future players go, oh, a Tucker game fans like, an Angela game fans like. They want to see the chaos. They want to see the live feed fun.
Exactly. Like, even like now, if you watch Housewives, right, you can tell which housewife is being produced and which ones aren't because they're really wanting this kind of chaos. You know what I mean? And it absolutely drives me nuts with all of that. So as much as it can be entertaining with the Tucker and the Angela, I want to see the Chelseas and the Mackenzies really play the game, really be comp beast, really do all of that. Like, I want all of it. I don't want just crazy.
Yeah, I want all of it as well. What did you think of the final 3 comps and the, closing of this storyline? Let's start with the
Can we just talk about one thing before we get started with that?
What?
Because this is something that I missed, and I think because I am a casual viewer, I did not remember this until I was watching that episode. Angela imitating Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, I want to go outside real bad.
Oh, these stairs they're so high. They're so steep. Oh my God. She was doing it so good. I was dying.
Well, I guess I don't know how CBS didn't have the rights to it, but because they made a comment like, she should do it for Halloween. She did do it for Halloween. There's photos of it on her Instagram. So I don't know why they didn't pull those up to show them.
Yeah. Oh, it was hilarious. All right. But let's go to those final.
No, I'm not ready to go now because you just reminded me and I don't want to forget. See, you said you didn't think that Angela had a lot to do with the finale. I think she did. They even gave the charcuterie section a section again of the finale.
And I saw a meme too, and it's got Brooklyn next to a charcuterie board on a counter, looking to the side, not even at the camera, and it says Brooklyn celebrating of Angela's eviction to the jury house. And I was dying.
Yeah, again, such a perfect example of production said, hello, God, what's her name again? Charcuterie lady. I can't stand her, so I forget her name.
Angela? Brooklyn?
No, Brooklyn, thank you. They were like, Brooklyn, if you want to talk, we're going to need you to make a big deal about the charcuterie board again, okay?
The charcuterie board I thought it was cute. I love all the wrapping things up in a bow, right? Like we saw Tucker and Cedric kind of squash their thing. Tucker's like, listen, I watched it back. You did tell me to use it on myself. We got things tied up in a bow, which I really love. The thing that kind of spooked me a little bit was Brooklyn talking about, have we really been on the moon? Have we really walked on the moon?
I can't stand her. I honest to God, I can't.
Is that it's propaganda? I don't think we and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, guess what?
And
She's a Trumpy. Does that surprise you?
and I was just thinking, well, no, that doesn't surprise me anymore.
Yeah.
But I was just like thinking, like, okay, and I always imagine, like, okay, could I do this? Can I be in a house with strangers? And I'm like, I think
No.
I could do it because I'm managing a bunch of like, sports leagues and stuff. I'm doing real estate. I'm managing people all the time. If Brooklyn was in the house with me and she started talking like that, it would freak me the freck out. I would be freaked out.
I would just be.
I would be like,
yeah.
oh my God, I gotta get up. I can't. This is insane.
I would have to keep reminding myself every single minute, like I am playing a social game for money. I'm like, because if it was the real world, I would just look at her and go, "Are you an idiot?
Out of your mind.
Like, are you like you're for real stupid?"
Like, how do you think this way? It was just stunning. I was so stunned watching it on the episode. I was just like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, and then there was another, the hamsters. Like, where are there hamsters in the wild? Or guinea pigs or whatever she said?
All right, I do have to say I thought about that too when I was like, you're right. Where has there? There is not a hamster in the wild, is there?
How often are you in the wild to even know?
It's a good point. Destiny said after that aired, Brooklyn said she didn't have Google in the house to Google those things.
I don't need Google to know.
You're like 60 something or whatever, 50, 40, however old she is, years old. You don't walk around with the conviction to be like, the earth is flat, we've never been to the moon, and never looked it up before. You don't just come up with that idea on a whim in the Big Brother house.
She said space travel. All space travel is fake.
Yeah.
Tell that to Jeff Bezos. Tell that to... Like,
I don't want to tell it to anyone. Like, I don't have any desire to talk to you. It is not my job to educate you. Go off into the sunset.
Yeah, I was horrified. Yeah.
I can't.
And then, of course, I love the montage of all of them crying, too. Those are my favorite ones, too.
It's over. I get that joke. Move on. We get it. They all cry. We get it. They all request stuff. It's like every year. They cry and they request stuff in the diary room. We get it. It's not that funny.
I just I like when they fall and when they cry.
I had to say that MJ fall, and we've talked about this on the show before, I don't find people falling funny.
Well, you shouldn't.
When she fell and she slammed her shoulder and head into those steps.
Yeah.
That looked so painful. Lost says it's kind of ironic that Brooklyn, who looks like Michael Jackson, doesn't believe in the moonwalk.
Thank you. That ties it all up in a nice big bow. Yes, it's bizarre. Bizarre.
Debbie Dawn says hamsters have been sent to space, so who knew about that? Okay.
She's right.
The final three competitions. I have been someone who has been very critical this season that I did not like the comps. I have not liked the sets. I have not liked what they've been doing. I very much loved the effort put into these final three competitions. More so than that, I love that they followed through with the storyline. In so many other seasons, there's a stupid little storyline which fizzles out by the time they get to jury, and it never has anything to do with the season ever again. We had a storyline from day one. They continued it all the way into the last moments of the show. Loved it. I hope they do that every single season.
Nope, I completely agree with you. I just don't understand why they had to kill Ainsley.
Because she was going to take over the world.
But why couldn't we educate her on why she shouldn't and why we should all live together in happiness, happy bliss?
Because she's already up to the point where she wants to destroy us.
But there could be a thing that says if we complete these chips, we could reprogram Ainsley to have compassion towards human beings. We watched Ainsley kill Janky. Like now we're going to her level. She kills Janky, we kill her. Killing. Why do we have to kill?
Do
Why
you like
can't
make out with your Google AI on your free time?
well, you have cameras in my house? Just kidding.
Freaking the lady, Alexa, tries to talk to me, and I'm like, shut up, robot. She's like, did you have a nice day? The weather? You're a fucking robot. Don't ask me how my day was.
Shut yourself down. Shut yourself down.
I seriously, I don't need the robots to talk to me like they're people. You're a robot. No.
Yeah, and then, and then she dies, and then Janky comes back to life because she, on her death, so what, she was a sacrifice? I mean, I get it's Halloween, but I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
You think that was zombie Janky?
Wasn't zombie Janky, but we had to sacrifice Ainsley in order to get Janky back.
I'm fine with that. Freaking Ainsley scared me. Ainsley scared me.
And look, I think it's going to continue to scare people, or unless we can sit there and say, oh, you know what? We can turn this AI around where we can all live in happy, you know what I mean? And like maybe put less fear out in the world.
Have you seen Terminator? Do you think that if we just went up to Terminator and said, let's talk about this, it would work out well?
Well, not in the 80s, no, but we're not in the 80s anymore. We're in
well, let me tell you, based on every single electronic that I have, if the robot comes up to you, just spray it with some fucking Windex and it'll break. We're all fine. Just get it like remotely wet. Put it in some humidity. The robot's dead. Trust me. Here's the thing. I think, now stay with me, because we're going to get back to those comps before this show's over if it kills us. Okay. But here's the thing. We were all waiting for them to announce reindeer games, and they did not announce reindeer games. We're all very sad, but let me ask you this question, Comedy Jonah. What if we get janky games this December? And
would be, yeah.
And that's why they had to bring Janky back, because we're going to get janky games.
That would be amazing. I love Janky. I'm glad he's back.
I love how all the people are like, I can't tell anybody that I watched this show because of the janky song. The janky song's the best part of the show. What are you, afraid of fun? Show. You don't want people to know you have fun?
Right.
You got to be like this guy over here and dissecting AI in future.
We just killed somebody. Now we got to sing. Yeah, let's sing it. Let's get in a better mood.
Let's get in a better mood. We just murdered someone. Okay. What did you think about the final 3 comps? Did you think you would have had a hard time doing that flying around, getting the goo squirted on your back? Recycling the robots from the comp, that cam one?
Mm-hmm.
You think that would have been easy?
That was probably the harder one than hitting the little thing and scrolling down, doing that.
Oh, you mean the recycled comp from reindeer games? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, or putting the tubes, and then it's like, really, Cam, you cannot figure that out?
That was probably the easiest part too. But wait, I want to go back to the part 1 for a second. What would have happened if Rabina was in that competition? Seriously, she wouldn't have been able to reach the top bars? Would they have adjusted it for her body?
Of course, they have to.
All right. I mean, well, we won't know because Rabina, again, another one, doesn't care that I lost $750,000. I mean, these people. This is why when all the Trumpies are like, we're living in a world where we can't afford groceries and all this stuff is so crazy. And I'm like, well, here's a whole cast of people that are just fine shitting away $750,000. They don't have a care in the fucking world. Apparently money literally means nothing because these people are like, oh, well, I don't care.
I've got some new best friends now.
I got new best friends that I'm sure are going to pay my health care.
Can I get a ride to the clinic?
I can count on them when I don't have groceries, I'm sure. I can't. I can't. I did like the competition. I'm glad that they brought in a set. I thought it was fun. Moving on
Yes.
to part, I was surprised Chelsea won. I honestly was. That
Yeah.
really impressed me that Chelsea won that part one. When it got to part two, again, I love this storyline. I love that we're trying to beat Ainsley. I didn't like that we recycled the comps, and I love how they tried to make like plugging in those wires was difficult.
I
She's
know.
like, but then you don't know if it'll be long enough. It's like, okay.
Cam couldn't even figure that out.
I'm just like, okay, you gotta plug the wire in. This is gonna be a hard one. And then she's like running away, and I'm like, all right, I must have missed it because I'm talking to chat while this is on, watching Discord. So I'm like, wait, did I get distracted? She's running away. I'm like, there's got to be another part to this competition. No, that was it.
She got all the wires together and stuff, and then I was like, okay, and then she ran to hit it to complete it. And I thought, well, what if it doesn't like buzz that she did it? And I'm like, is it that easy? And then she hit it, and it was that easy.
Was that easy?
It was that easy.
Then there's Cam. Do 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 do.
Still didn't have his other one. He's still working on his third.
Do 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 do.
Cam. What are your dogs gonna do? I would have my hat tucked down.
Here's my impression of every time Cam's in the DR. All right, everyone. All right, I got it. All right. And then there's MJ. Like she has Tourette's.
What did we think of Taylor taking over for Dr. Will?
I'm all for it. That's exactly who I said should do it.
Taylor was amazing. I love that she put Angela in her place. Angela, it's not about you. You're here.
Think, Angela, this is not about. I was like, why does Taylor not like Angela? This is interesting. I need that tea from Taylor.
Well, I thought it was interesting too, like T-Core admiring Cam's game, and that's the game she wanted to play because he knew how to handle stressful situations. Do we think that, Quinn said something nice about Cam's game? T-Core did. Like, are they just trying to give their fellow house guests some props, even though
Clearly.
I didn't buy anything? They were saying nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I did not buy it at all either. I was like,
Nothing.
are we literally going to pretend like we're gonna say Cam has a chance?
Right.
Like, are we really acting like Cam is gonna get a vote against anyone? No.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was very much just like, I don't know. Yeah. So, is there any, like, I guess we've already discussed it, but I mean, MJ, you feel she made the right choice. I mean, you don't think, I mean, it's hard
I think in the long run, she did.
So you think
in the long run that she did. Absolutely. I think Chelsea represents this season amazing. Her game was downgraded when she started. Do you know what I mean? She was that chip. And then look what she did. She won the game. Like, it was amazing. She was strategic the whole time. Never lost sight. The only time we really saw her losing sight was her little crush on Cam. And you're sitting too close to her. And why is Mackenzie? Why are you laying on Mackenzie? Or, you know what I mean? So, or you're talking to Leah for too long. We saw those cracks in her game. But other than that, she stayed focused. She did amazing.
What did you think of Tucker giving Rabina the flowers? Which I don't understand how she didn't see literally behind him on the floor.
I mean, it was sweet. It was sweet, but yeah, I mean, Tucker's super cute. That would be fun to play around with, like, for the weekend, but I don't know if that's a lot to have every day.
Do you know what I tweeted out? I said, dear God, Tucker and Rabina are like a walking billboard for ADHD meds. That's all. That was like, oh, I got flowers for you. Oh my god, did you do that? Don't hug me. Don't get me. I'm just kidding. Bye. Over here. Over there. Can I get up? I don't even know if I'm allowed to get up, but I'm gonna get up. Even if I'm allowed to get up, I'm gonna go over there now. Hi, Rabina. I want to give you a hug. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, tranquilize him.
Well, I was even flashing back to the interview that we did with Tucker, and then it was just crazy and just like, and it's like every day. That's it. And now you got a big social media following. You've got some endorsements, so it's going to be even way crazier. Yeah.
Destiny said that Cam said in his interviews he's open to something romantic with Chelsea post-season, but it depends what she said about him in the DRs. Or, as I said, she's going to be a lot more appealing to him once she has $750,000.
Oh yeah, one way or another, you won.
One way or another. Side note to the side note, did you know that Tucker is having his birthday party tomorrow at Schwartz and Sandy's? Because he was on Vanderpump Rules and he's friends with Kyle Jan. The one that does like the jewelry for them, the one that store where they did the Good as Gold of Sheena's video. He's friends with them, and that's where he's having his birthday party. I had no clue.
How fun is that?
How fun is that he's good friends with Kyle? I love that's the Bravo people. Just so it is, sorry, I didn't mean to lose the Bravo people. So yeah, Rubino will, I guess, be over there. They're going to be having a little fun, doing all that stuff. Good for them. Oh, were you surprised that Chelsea won unanimously?
I was, and that's a really good. And thank you so much, because that was something I had put a pin in, and I wanted to get back to it.
Well, let's get back to it, girl.
So okay, girl, and so. Not the finale episode, but I think maybe the one before that, like they were talking about Chelsea didn't do maybe a really good job with vendor management, right? Like, or jury management.
Say vendor management?
I did say vendor management, yes.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, HOA.
With jury management. And I was thinking, ooh, I don't know if she did either. And when we saw like Rabina saying, listen, if you don't take me and make it all girls, I'm going to sway the jury to vote for Chelsea. So you better take me. And of course, Mackenzie's being manipulated by Chelsea, so that didn't work. But what I thought was interesting, and I knew Angela, I saw her rolling her eyes every time Chelsea spoke. But when Chelsea did her final speech and slipped in that little thing, like Mackenzie never liked Angela from day 6, she knew what she was doing. And even though we say it every season, right, when we're doing this show, that you've got to think of jury management, you got to do this. I don't think she did great with jury management, but I think her final speech really turned people around. And for it to be anonymous, like, if I was Mackenzie, I'd be like, okay, great, you deserve to be here, but I didn't get one vote. Like, it would have, I know it crushed her. It had to.
Did you notice how they ignored Kenny and didn't ask him any questions at all?
Well, they were just like, well, you're home.
And you quit the game, so we don't like you.
You kind of quit. You're home. How's home?
Zizi wants to know, what is your favorite thing from this season?
Oh my gosh, what is it?
I will say my favorite thing from the season, one of my favorite moments was probably Otev being over in one round.
That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. I loved it. They were locked in the backyard with Janky. I loved it. Like, when you think all the time we hear about, oh, I'm a have-not. Oh, I can't eat this stuff anymore. I've tried everything. And then to have them just eating ice cream and pizza and then getting sick of that. Yeah.
Love it.
That was pretty funny. Yeah.
Destiny says, where do we rank the season and Chelsea as a winner? They are both top 5 for her. I will agree with that.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
This has been one of the best seasons, I would say, in the past 10 years for those of us that watch the feeds. A veto being used every single week except for one. Blindsides, drama, amazing cast, amazing players. I think it's hard for casual viewers a little bit to understand how masterful Chelsea's game was. I
Oh
fear
no,
she's,
I
well, I
haven't
think
had the
you
time.
know because of us, but maybe the other
No,
casual
that's fine.
viewers might not understand. So I hope she doesn't have to fight that uphill battle of trying to make people believe how masterful her game was, because in my mind it was.
We've been saying this for years and a decade. You know, CBS needs to step it up. We've seen kind of what Big Brother Canada used to do with their sets and sponsors and all of that stuff, and just technology, right? And even though Ainsley was, kind of weird, but the twists were great. The AI arena was great. I loved the avatars. I loved the AI disruptor. You know what I mean? Like we had so many different things that kept everybody, nobody could, anytime they had like, okay, I'm going to play the game this certain way, and then something wrench was thrown into it.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great season. There's been a lot of times, especially towards the end, where I'm like, okay, I got to do my homework. I got to press play and make my notes and stuff. This time I was like, I'd have to stop it and rewind it because I forgot to take notes because I was enjoying the episode so much. So
I just want to know who in production had that pet bird and was like, I want the bird featured on the finale.
okay, I've been training a crow for the last 5 years,
Guys, just
and
stick
I
with me.
want.
I just want my crow in this episode.
I've been in my basement playing video games for the last decade, and I decided to get an actual crow and train it,
How do we
and
work
we're going
this
to
in?
use it. Yeah, I loved MJ's face.
Yeah, I think it was great. I think
Yeah,
the whole
it was
entire thing
awesome.
was great.
Yeah,
I think the season was great. I
yep,
loved all of it. I loved covering it with you, Comedy Jonah. I loved watching with everyone. I want to again remind everyone I am not going anywhere. John's not going anywhere. Make sure that you let us know what shows you would like us to cover in the comments below. I am, of course, live every day, usually with Destinies around 4 p.m. Eastern over on You Now. We're doing cooking shows, hanging out, talking. Like I said, watching all the shows in Discord at night, twitching at night. We're live 24/7, basically.
and put in the comments what should we cover next? Traders.
Circle.
I love the circle this season. Yeah.
Chimp Crazy. John won't watch it.
Oh, I'll watch it. Is it still on?
It's only 5 episodes or 4 episodes.
Oh, okay.
We're watching
So,
Teacup from all of those things.
okay.
We're going to keep up, so don't worry. We will have all the tea for you on the
Yes.
You Now shows. Every single thing that's happening with this cast postseason, we'll be talking about it every single day, and we're live over on You Now. All that
Yes.
stuff. We love, love, love all of you.
Love.
Any final things you want to say, Comedy Jonah?
Historical season, so much fun to cover. Love it. I had a great time. Great
I
time.
had a great time as well. We will see you guys. Oh, I'll see you guys all in a little bit when I'm live on You Now. Bye for now, everyone. Go check out the interviews. Go check out the past shows. Share them with friends. Tell your friends and all of it. We'll see you there. Bye for. Oh, I will reveal the trash draft winner on the You Now show later. We'll do it on the You Now show later. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.